vibing tonight from the backyard and the mood feel right. Talking big trips, first class flights, cruising the world, sipping drinks on ice. Sunset glowing, backyard living. TJ's talking travel, dreaming. Foods and sizzle, drinks are flowing. Vacay vibes where we going. TJ, on the Lido Deck with TJ. On the Lido Deck with TJ. On the Lido Deck with TJ. Let's go. Let's go.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Today's Lido Deck is being broadcasted here in my studio, aka my dining room. It is windy, it's cold, and sprinkling off and on outside, so that's why we're in here today for this edition for On the Lido Deck with TJ. Welcome in, DT Cruiser. Welcome in, Scott from Controversial Cruising. So, today's topics, stuff we're going to talk about today is you need to be an adult to be up in here. I'm letting you guys know. 18 and over to be up in here because we're going to talk about some things today. We're going to really talk about some things. But before we start, here on the Lido Deck, we talk about cruising, grilling, drinking, or whatever else people want to talk about out there. Welcome in, Event Yor. Welcome in, Etta. We talk about whatever we want to talk about. But on the Lido Deck, what must you have in your hand? You must have a drink. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of seconds to get a drink so we can do a toast on the Lido Deck. Today, or I can't say today, as of right now, this is what I'm drinking. I am drinking the Shay, the Truth Serum. Oh yeah, Mr. Shannon Sharp's drink. Yeah, you watch his show and everybody's drinking on there. They're telling the truth. You never know what's going to come out of people's mouths, but this is what I'm drinking today on the Lido Deck. Oh my gosh. So we're going to start by talking. Oh, before I even get to that, today I hit a milestone. Today I reached 500 subscribers on my YouTube channel. 500. Thank you for all those who subscribe and watch my videos and all that good stuff. I have a lot of good watch hours. And yes, I hit 500. And there's only one way to go from there, up. So I'm going to keep on pushing, keep on grinding, and doing my thing. See everybody in the chats, talking to everybody. Hold on. So I'm going to scroll right here. Yes, Event Yours like, yes, Shay is the Truth Serum. So by this episode, you know what I'm going to be saying. I may be mumbling, I may be singing. You never know. I may be up dancing or something. You never know. Yeah, Event's like, yeah, where's the Lido? Yeah, the weather is not good today. It's chilly, windy, and drizzling off and on. If it wasn't chilly, I'd be out there, but the chill with a little bit of breeze, yeah, I'm not feeling it. But the funny thing is, we're going to be in the 90s by Wednesday. I'm like, what? But yeah, so you said, oops. But yeah, so it's crazy weather here in Southern California right now. But I'm in here where it's warmer. I'm not in the elements. Thanks everybody for the congratulations for my 500 subscribers. Yes, travel cakes. Yes. Lido Deck. It's cold, windy. So that's why we're inside today in the studio. Sorry about that. But thank you for all the congratulations for the 500. It's been a year and It's been a year and 3 months. Yes, I had to use my fingers to count. It's been a year and 3 months since I started this YouTube channel. And yes, I'm at 500 and I'm at a grip of watch hours. Now I need to watch the subscribers to match up with the watch hours. We got here Nate and JT's in the house saying hello to everybody, along with DT Cruiser saying hello to everybody. And yes, 90 by Wednesday. Yes, I can't wait for that. It's like, yeah, we're all following each other today. Yes, we're watching everybody's lives today. So we're going to start off by talking about my last cruise that I went on about a week and a half ago. It was very interesting. Again, it's not for the kids to be up here because we're going to talk about all kind of stuff. So it was a 7-day cruise out of Port of Long Beach. It was on the Carnival Panorama. 7-day Mexican Riviera, Puerto Vallarta, Mazatlan, and Cabo San Lucas. So that cruise day is weird. We had a drop in temperature. 2 days prior, it was warm. But then it dropped on embarkation day. And so cruise day, overcast. So I board the ship. I'm on there, I do my embarkation or do my my check-in, all that good stuff. Throw my luggage away, get my first drink on the Lido deck, just chilling. And I hear there's a medical emergency. I'm like, hey, welcome in, Anwar, welcome in. Thanks to my 500. Thank you. I'm like, we haven't even left yet. I've only been on the ship 3 hours. And we already had a medical emergency. Yes, there's a medical emergency, and a guy had to be transported out via ambulance. I'm like, oh, great. So this is how this cruise is going to start. It happens. So, okay. That's not going to stop the party. I'm going to keep on having fun. Cheers, everybody. Have your drinks. Toast up. Cheers. On the Lido deck right now. Oops, there. Event yours. Being your best to be in LA for the frenzy in August this year. Do you know of any speakeasies worth visiting? I will get with you on that one. So here's where I already started with a medical emergency. Ship hasn't even left. And now a person's, being transported out. And so on the so we're at sea, boom. Now we're at day one, our very first sea day. There was a lady in our Facebook group, everybody, you got to jump on your Facebook group for your cruise because you find out who's who and who's doing what and all that stuff. There was a lady on our Facebook group cruise posted that she got a text that her husband was found deceased in his vehicle at work. I'm like, and everybody's like, what? We still had another 2 days before we got to our first port of Puerto Vallarta. So I can imagine what she was going through. Welcome in, TJsDestinations, welcome in. I'm like, wow. First people thought it was a joke, but no, it was real. She got a text that her husband was found deceased in his vehicle at work. So I can imagine what she was going through. I mean, we had to still another sea day and then the first port day. So I'm bringing this up for a reason. When I was at Port of Vallarta, I did a live. I did a live out there. And talk about travel insurance. You must get travel insurance. Yeah, I know. That's horrible. Meat and I. Got to get travel insurance through the cruise ship or outside the cruise ship. I like going outside the cruise ship because you get better stuff and you can upgrade some stuff. So again, travel insurance is not just for you. It's for stuff that happens like that. A family member, a kid, something, travel insurance. So I have Alliance travel insurance. So I'm going to read to you what I have. Welcome in, LF McKinley. Yes, you got to have travel insurance. So I go through Alliance, ALLINZ travel insurance. There's several different companies out there. I did my research years ago, and I chose to go with that company. I have the annual plan. The annual plan cost me $510 for the year. It was the All Trips exclusive annual plan. Hey, it's $510 a year, but I know that I'm covered. I'm feeling safe. So I have my sheets right here. I printed out this morning. So this is what my particular plan covers. Again, it's $510 a year. And remember, you're on a cruise, so you can be going to different countries, different stuff. So trip cancellation coverage, $5,000. That's what I get. You have trip cancellation coverage. It covers pre-existing medical conditions. Claims for your trip cancellations due to pre-existing medical conditions can be covered up to a maximum of $5,000. Conditions comply. Conditions apply. So you never know. Things happen where, oh man, something comes up and you have to cancel your trip. Again, make sure you know what your policy are, because certain things may not apply, but a lot of things do. So it's always good to have that trip, because after you reach a certain threshold, the cruise companies, they're not going to reimburse you. So with this right here, $5,000. Another thing I hear, trip interruption coverage. This travel plans covers interruptions while on your trip. Yes, interruptions while you're on your trip. People get injured. People get crazy sick, and they have to get off the ship. I mean, hey, you get those people that go out there and go to those different excursions where, you get to pet the monkeys get to jump on your back and all that stuff. And now let's say that monkey gets tired of being monkeying around and decides to mess you up and be like, oh, forget y'all fools. I'm just going to sit there and mess y'all up. And monkey attacks you, get all scratched up and bit. Now you got to go to the hospital. Then you got to get flown back to wherever state you're from. Or like, I don't do that dolphin stuff. I don't swim with the dolphins. Nope. Flipper can keep his butt in the tank. I'll stay out there. I'm not trying to pet Flipper. Flipper's not trying to pet me. And so Flipper would get tired of flippering and just may leap up and crack you in the head or do something like that. I ain't going to wind up being a meme, out there, on the internet and all that stuff. Things can happen. You can trip and fall. You can slip out the showers. So that's where that trip interruption coverage comes to play. We'll put what we got in here. Nitty and JT said, I bought it for my trip in Australia trip. We got money back for we missed. I'm going to look into the annual plan for sure. Definitely. Ella McKinley, I have the plan as well. Good to have peace of mind how things are happening. Exactly. Welcome in, Parker's on the go. Welcome in. Travel KX, your annual plan understand covers all travel, air, land, and sea. Is that correct? Yes, it is correct. I'm going to get into that. Those monkeys be stealing people's video gear. I need to check and see if Alliance covers that too. Yes, it does. I'm going to get into it. I got mine. Make sure it covers everything. Because as vloggers, yeah, we got to protect all our stuff. Keisha H, how much travel do you warrants the annual travel protection policy? Any travel, just like car insurance. You need insurance. Even, you know, like for me, I'm retired and I hardly drive anywhere. I'm not driving back and forth each day. Still, any travel, I don't care if you take one trip a year, get some sort of travel insurance. But if you're going to at least do 2-3 trips get a year, get that annual travel insurance policy. Right here. Change of fee. You have to pay a fee to change your airline or rail ticket. I get $500. That happens. You could be out there in a cruise or somewhere and hurricane's coming. Flights get delayed. Your ships get delayed coming into port. Now you got to change your flight. $500 right there you get for that. Next one. Travel delay coverage. Your travel plans are delayed while you're on your ship. That's $1,600. Again, travel plans are delayed while you're on your ship. I'm sorry, while you're on your trip. Things happen. Weather. You can kind of forecast weather. Some things just can't happen. You know, you can't really forecast. You're covered when things change. Baggage loss coverage. Your baggage is lost, damaged, or stolen while on your trip. I get $1,000. $1,000 of your luggage. Your daily limit is 200, and it has to be delayed a minimum of 6 hours. Again, lost, damaged, or stolen. So I take a picture. You know, because, you know, insurance companies be like nicking and knacking and this and that. I take pictures of everything that's inside my suitcase just for my personal thing. So I take a picture of the suitcase itself and everything's inside and all my audio, video equipment. You know, us vloggers, we have all kinds of different things. So definitely do that. And I have an air tag in each of my suitcases so I know where my stuff is at. Shay time. Shay time. So yes, so air tags or whatever you have to track your bags is great. And not just for your suitcases, for your backpacks. I carry a backpack, you know, when I go to shore, you know, do my excursion and all that. Let's say someone takes off with it. At least I'm going to know where it's at or this and that. But air tag your suitcases and your backpack or your tote bag or whatever you carry to go out to the shore. But yes, $1,000. Baggage delay coverage. Your baggage is delayed by airline, cruise line, or other travel carrier while on your trip. I get $1,000 for that. Your bags can get delayed. You can go to some of these main ports. Galveston, Miami, Port Canaveral, we have multiple ships. Bags are going everywhere. You got thousands of people, thousands of bags. You never know. It may wind up on another ship. Something get mixed up where it's supposed to be going on the ship, but it stayed on. It stayed on the dock. Things happen. Again, same with the airlines. It's not on your plane, it's on another plane, and it's gone. You're going east, and your bags are going west. Bam. You get $1,000. Here's the one for us vloggers. Business equipment loss coverage. Your business equipment is lost, damaged, or stolen while on trip. $1,000. Yes, it may not cover all your vlogging equipment, but it does cover $1,000 worth. So you definitely want to do that, you know, from your cameras to your tripods to this to that. You definitely have to do that. So Keisha 8 said, okay, so you think 3 or 4 trips? Oops, I just missed it. Let me scroll back up. A year's worth, the annual policy? Yes, I do. I believe it's worth the annual policy. Travel Cake said, so Keisha age, you may be taking 2 or 3 trips, but 3 flights, 3 cruises, 3 cab rides, 3 possible luggage loss is really worth it. I don't sell lines, but it seems to be the best coverage. Again, I don't sell it, but I did a lot of research on all the companies, and this seems to be the most reliable. And so that's why I went with it. You can do your own research, but I like it, and it's worth it. Oops, scroll down right here. Business equipment rental coverage. You need to rent business equipment because you're lost, damaged, or stolen while on trip. $1,000. Again, your laptop. Why am I getting nothing? Your laptop or things get stolen. Bam, $1,000. Here's where the good stuff comes into effect. Hey, welcome in, Yellow. Welcome in. Rental car damage and theft coverage. Your rental car is damaged or stolen while on your trip. It covers $45,000. That's good. Again, rental car damage and theft coverage. Your rental car damaged, lost. I'm good. Damage, stolen while on trip. $45,000. That peace of mind that we're talking about. Yeah, the peace. Things could happen. Hopefully, knock on wood, it never happens to anybody, where your rental car is stolen while you're on vacation. But it covers that. Here's one of the main things that I like about this. Emergency transportation coverage. Transportation is needed following a medical emergency while on your trip. $250,000. I'm going to say it again. $250,000. You're in the Cayman Islands. You're in Cabo. You're in Nassau. You break a bone. You get hospitalized. Well, ship's going to leave you. I've been on some cruises where people, like 2 cruises ago, there was a medical emergency in Ensenada. That person was transported via ambulance to the hospital, and we left because this was on the day we're leaving. They're going to leave you. The crew's going to keep going no matter where you're at. Puerto Vallarta. Don't care if you're East or Western Caribbean. This is what helps you out. You need that because you're going to be in the hospital for 1, 2, maybe 3 days, whatever your injuries are. And then you're going to have transportation to fly you back to wherever you came from. You need that coverage. Another thing, so a medical, emergency, dental, and medical coverage. You have to pay for medical, dental while you're on a trip. $50,000. It covers $50,000. Again, break an arm, break a hip, something. You get severely cut. You need stitches and all that. You can cover it for $50,000. Yes, initially, these costs, you're going to come out of pocket credit card, but guess what? You're getting reimbursed. So it's always good to have that. Last thing right here is travel accident coverage. You are in an accident while you're on your trip, resulting in a loss of death, loss of limb or vision. Wow, that's crazy. Resulting in your loss of your death, loss of limb. Again, things happen. Excursions, things happen. So you definitely need that coverage. And hopefully that lady whose husband passed away had some sort of travel insurance that included, transportation from Puerto Vallarta back to whatever state that she was from. All that gets covered. So look into it right there. Let's go up into the chat. On the go, YOLO said, we know needing insurance. My daughter had dislocated her knee a couple of times. Ooh, sorry to hear about that. She fell in Norway, but nothing major at that time. Yes, you just never know. So again, I was reading everything from my chart. Everything that I get. And so this policy I keep with me in 2 different places. I have a copy that's on my person, like in one of my pockets. Actually, 3 different places. 1 is in my safe in the cabin on the ship. 2, in my pocket. And 3, in the backpack that I carry to shore with me when I go to shore. Welcome in, JT. Welcome in. And reason being, so let's say something happens because I'm a solo traveler, so I'm not always with somebody or a group or something like that. And let's say something happens, and I'm passed out, I'm knocked out, whatever. So when they go searching me, they're going to see that. I also keep a copy of my driver's license and my passport, and then of course this, and my my cruise that I'm on. So especially if you're at a multiple port where you got 4, 5, 6 ships, they know, okay, he's on Carnival, Mardi Gras. All right, so that starts right there. And then they go, okay, he's got insurance, he got this, and that. It's always good to have those things on you, especially solo travel. There's a lot of us out here in the streets that solo travel. Keep that information on you. Travel K said, I like the tips you gave on that live, and you keep those copies with you, right, and in your pocket. Yes, I definitely do that. You just never know what may happen. Always keep a copy. Welcome in, Scott. So now that we talk about the serious stuff, let's talk about the crazy stuff that happened. But before I do that, it's a Shay sip break. Hold on. It's time to pour a little bit more. Ooh, True Serum about to come out. Yeah. Take another little sip. So, yeah, let's get into some other stuff on this cruise. So initially when I booked the cruise, I booked the inside cabin. Again, I'm a solo cruiser. But Carnival upgraded me to Ocean View. Got the email, click, oh yeah, cool, boom, 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 boom. So I got Ocean View room. All I can do is shake my head on this one right here. When you book a cabin or get upgraded, make sure you don't have a cabin that has the adjoining room. That's okay if you have kids. Kids are in one room and you're in the other. With cabins that have adjoining doors, you can hear everything next door. The walls are thinner. Very thin. You can hear everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. So, okay, so it's the first night of the cruise. Cool. Did the sail away. Got my eat on, because also on this cruise was my niece and my sister. They were on a different floor. They had their little suite and all that stuff. So it was the end of the night. I go back to my cabin, turn on the TV to the music channel. I hear my neighbors next door doing the adult praying and adult wrestling, the oh my God, adult stuff, adult praying, all that adult wrestling. Okay, I'm like, I get it. I get it. It's a cruise. It's people are gonna do what they're gonna do. Hey, I mean, it happens. I'm sure we've all been there. Some quieter than others, and different, and didn't have the adjoining door that you can hear a thing, and it's loud. Ooh. Oh, me? No, I'm not hating. I am not hating. So, Event Yours says facts that on my last cruise, my room was under the MDR. I don't know what they were doing, but they were dragging stuff around all night long. So I can hear them. Cool, whatever. I just turned my volume up a little bit. They continue on the adult wrestling, for the night, whatever, for X amount. I went back out to casino. I'm like, cool. I'm going out. I'm trying to make some money. Okay. So now we're at the next day. We're at the C day. Man, the C day, you're walking around. I'm doing some videoing, checking out the different food, all that good stuff. Just having a ball. Drinking. I'm shooting video with my niece. We're shooting up. We're drinking at all the bars. We're doing video on that. Welcome in, See It with C. Depends on the ship about connecting cabin noise. Mardi Gras, nothing valor. I could hear it all. Also, not for when booking guaranteed cabin. They will put you anywhere. Exactly. JT said those adjoining rooms are annoying. Yes, they can be. So, yes, first C day I'm out there. Boom, boom, having fun. So I go back to my cabin around 1:30. So on a freshen up, whatever. And there they go again. I'm like, oh boy. It's 1:30 p.m. They're in church. They're adult wrestling. I'm like, oh boy. So I'm like, I turn on my TV to the music channel and kind of crank the volume. Kind of let them know, hey, your neighbors are here. They didn't care. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm just chilling. And then I heard two other voices. And now there's 4 voices coming from that cabin. 4 different noises. So I'm like, oh, these are some upside down pineapple people. I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. I was like, oh my gosh, this is what? So at this point, they're lucky I'm there. Because if this cabin would have been for like a family person, family or people real sensitive, they would have went down to customer service and asked to move to another room. I'm not tripping. Hey, whatever people do, they do. I don't care. Hey, if that's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's for me. I'm not tripping, but I'm like, oh. Hey, you've been to like the zoo and you got like the monkey cage and you're hearing all kind of noises and all kind of noises coming out there. It's like Animal Kingdom out there. So I'm like, oh, this is interesting. I'm kind of curious now. So I went and, grabbed some cookies from the shelf, bottle of water, sat down on the couch and just chilled and just like, okay, this is some craziness. Tanya's Event Yours like, TJ, so where's the recording? When are we releasing it? I was so tempted to record. I was like, so many thoughts were going in my head. I was just spinning. I'm like, do I record the noise? I was like at a movie. I'm sitting there breaking out my cookies, sitting on the couch, got my little water, pour some Mio in my water, just drinking it and just, I know what to do. Is one of the things you got hit with uppercut. And you're like, is this really happening? I'm like, you hear about it, so-and-so said this, but I'm actually in the zone. I'm like, this is actually happening to me. So I'm just chilling. And I'm hearing, so noises, 4 different noises and 4 different voices and stuff. So I'm like, wow. And so, who just said that? DT Cruiser, I'm petty enough to go live stream that mess. No, I wasn't going to live stream that, man. No, I wasn't going to live stream that. Definitely not that. Oh, Edith said, oh, pineapples in the house. Meat Nine said, now you got the room next to the Diddy and Cassie room. Hashtag too soon. Oh, no, that was crazy. Richard H. I heard more than I expected. 1, 2 in the glory. And when I bumped into them in the hallway, awkward. Welcome in, Point Blank Travel. Welcome in. Said, what's up, TJ? Finally catch you alive. So this is where everyone is hanging out. Good to see you, bro. I'll be listening in, but I'm not coming because I'm recording. Gotcha. So let me get to that. Well, since about adult wrestling and it's actually a tag team match, you should be tag teamed. Oh, no, I was not tag teaming. I was going to knock on the door. I wasn't going to do nothing. I was just like, nope, not for me. But I'm going to listen. But I'm not going to record. Event Yours, like such an amateur. You're supposed to keep the camera ready at all times for unexpected moments. Or go live at least. No, I did it. Honestly, I was on that shock and awe. So I eventually left, because they're going at it. They're going to town. So the couple that's staying at the cabin next to me, I could tell they're a younger couple. Well, younger than me. I could tell they're in their early mid-30s. Their friends, or that was there at the time, I couldn't tell what age they were, but I could tell they were around the same age. So I'm like, okay, cool. So now we're at day 4. We're a part of our go to Puerto. I'm in town. Or no, day 4. Yeah, I'm in town doing stuff, whatever. Come back on ship, relaxing, whatever, doing my thing, right? Having fun. Get back on ship early. Shay time. Meet and I said, yeah, right, Tiny. I would have had our OnlyFans popping. I know. I mean, I slept on it, but so much stuff was going on. So now it's day 4. It's evening time. And so I'm going to refreshen up, because, walking around port all day because it was in the 80s all the time. All ports, it was in the high 80s. So I'm going to freshen up, take a shower, put some new gear on, some fresh new gear. DT Cruiser live stream with play-by-play. I was so tempted to do stuff like that. You guys just don't know. All kind of stuff was popping up. But I'm like, YouTube, I could get a strike, or this ain't good, or or my TikTok, this ain't good. I can't do that. All kind of things. So I'm like, nah, I'll just tell it to y'all out there. So again, now it's evening time, freshen up because I'm gonna be going to dinner later and everything. So I'm in my cabin. I get out the shower. And I hear 4 voices. I'm like, dang, what's going on? I'm like, but here's the kicker. The other 2 voices weren't the same voices that I heard from a couple of days prior. They had another couple with them, a different couple. Now, on their door, there's no upside down pineapples, and there's nothing on it besides a do not disturb sign. That do not disturb sign stayed on their door the entire cruise. From embarkation until we got off the cruise, that do not disturb sign stayed on their door. So now I'm hearing another couple. Now, I want you guys to picture this. I want you guys to see me, visualize what I'm telling you guys, especially you older people. Yes, they are on the go YOLO, just spreading the joy. Yeah, they're spreading the joy. Now, this other couple, the new couple, they sounded older, like 60s, 70s. No lie, they sounded like Mr. and Mrs. Howell from Gilligan's Island. They were like had that like deep, distinguished voice, sounded like you went to a prep school and like, like Mr. and Mrs. Howell. So you can imagine Mr. and Mrs. Howell from the Gilligan's Island. Oh my God. Mr. and Mrs. Howell about to get broke off. I mean, hips tossed, everything. I was like, wow, but yeah, they're all distinguished and hip, boop, boop, boop. I'm like, oh, it's you older folks are the freaky ones. I'm like, what? Oh, let me get this chat for a second before I continue on here. Oh my gosh. Be nice. Shodi had her own debarkation. While Boogie Boat Booty had said that. Event yours, they were having their own panorama freak off. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Geriatric folk need love too. event yours said that. Yes, not Thurston and Lovey. Yes, Thurston and Lovey. They were, yes, they sounded exactly like Mr. Howell. You're right. On that one, I should have recorded their voices and played it on here because you guys would have been like, wait, that sounds familiar from Gilligan's Island. That eggplant is reckless. Oh my gosh. Yes, it was. So I'm like, okay, I got to hear this one because, so I'm thinking they had the same type of cabin with me. So for me, I had the beds pushed together. So it had, the queen side. So I'm assuming they had the couch bed pulled out and that's where the other couple's at. So why one couple's over here, the other couple's over there, and they're doing their thing. They're high-fiving. They're doing whatever. It's just, again, it sounds like Animal Kingdom up in there. And at some point, so, oh my God, I should have put a picture of this on it. So where the adjoining door is at, they got the adjoining door to the far right. The next to it, I got my TV on the wall and then my nightstand, all that. So at one point, their bed is near mine, I assume. Or it may be opposite. I don't know. But they kept hitting the wall. And my TV kept moving. Oh my gosh. I'm like, no, this didn't happen all in one night. This happened on continuous days. Does Mr. and Mrs. Howell happen on the fourth day? Yes, because I'm looking at my notes. I kept notes on dates and all that stuff. And so I just wanted to be TJ's room service. No, no room service. I am not going next door. Yes, see, this was a marathon. I'm sure they had plenty of water, hydration. Again, so this entire time, so now remember, I'm on day 4. I'm trying to time it when they go outside so I can go outside and see what they look like and vice versa. The entire trip, I never saw what they look like. I never timed it right when they went and came in or like that. Then the TV was on. Their TV stayed on the entire cruise, nonstop until the last night. I'm guessing they keep the TV on to, I guess, try to mask the sound of the adult wrestling praying. But yes. So like, Carlin for See It With C would be like, chunk check. No, they were like, hydration check. Hydration check. I did not run into them. But I knew they knew what I looked like because I have a banner, with my logo outside that Dre from Trippin' the Drill, Dre made for me, advertising my YouTube channel and all that. So they can look from the cartoon figure, like this, like this. So I'm sure if they ever left the room and walked around the ship, they're like, okay, that's the guy next door. But I never saw what they look like. Oh my gosh. It was a marathon. Event yours said, "Ha, they were getting it in." Yes. See what C said. Yeah, they need liquids. Stay hydrated. Hydration check. DT Cruiser. Oh, TJ notes but no audio. I know. I didn't. They may be on here watching. I don't know. I just don't know. But yeah, see what C said. Yeah, they may cramp up. They did have room service. I did see some trays out there a couple of times for room service. DT Cruz said, I hope they tip their cabin steward. I hope so. But I don't know when the cabin steward have time to go in there and clean up, because that do not disturb sign stayed there the entire time. So maybe when I was out and about, maybe they had the cabin steward come, or maybe they waved the cabin steward down and they changed the sheets itself. I don't know. This was crazy. It was a 7-day cruise, see it was see. So I dealt with that. Not every single day, but yeah. So I don't know how they did that. And no, even yours, I didn't run them hard because I didn't see them. I didn't see them, when they tried to leave or come in. I didn't hear anything. I was trying to time it, so I don't know what they look. Event yours, I should have knocked on their door. No. I'm not trying to. No. I don't know. No, I'm adventurous, but not. No, I don't want to be like, oh, I got the. No, that was not going to happen. Oh, event yours, they probably want to be in your channel. Give them more clients. No, this isn't OnlyFans. This is YouTube right here. Free advertisement. Yes, that was crazy. But yes. So has anything like that happened to you guys on the cruise that you were next to? I'm not talking about just the regular passion stuff that happens on cruises, but next to pineapple people. Or have you ever been hit on by upside down pineapple people on a cruise? I have. I like hanging out at the Alchemy Bar. Alchemy Bar is like a famous bar for a lot of people that like to hang out at, an Alchemy Bar on Carnival cruise ships. It's everybody likes that bar. Good, nice custom drinks, nice ambiance. See what C said, may have heard folks only once. I've been hit pineapple people. Okay. So sometimes I just don't get it. I don't catch on to it. But I've been hit on by upside down pineapple people of all races and all ages. Sometimes I get it right away and I'm like, but I don't freak out, and then I just kind of exit stage left or just whatever. Don't entertain it, but I'm gonna go yellow once. I think I didn't let them get that far. So I did a 7-day cruise back in April of last year. I'm at the Alchemy Bar. I'm hanging out with a bunch of different people, right? People that I met to sail away. We're partying. We've gone to clubs and everything. So at the Alchemy Bar. So all the group that I'm hanging around with, there's like 6 of us on my right-hand side. And now this older gentleman on the stool to his left, along with his wife and his wife's friend. They're an elderly couple, late 60s, early 70s. Elderly couple, well-groomed, maintained, big flashy jewelry. The wife had pearls, necklace, big diamond rings. You can tell they had money, Anyway, so I'm talking to my friends right here. And this dude, next to me, he's talking to me. Hey, how's it going? Boom, man. Hey, have you been on cruises before? Yeah, I've been on cruises. Yeah, boom, 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 boom. Right. And then I'm talking with the group, my group right here. Boom. And he's kind of, ear hustling. And he's talking to me. I'm like, hey, yeah. So I'm talking. And cool. I'm thinking he's just friendly conversation because he's right here to my left, and he had his wife and his wife's friend, because they're the wife and the wife's friend are talking. And so again, hey, boom, boom. I talk to people. I meet people all the time. I'm a friendly person. I'm gonna jump in the chat real quick. Oops. Video studs try me all the time. I don't know why. Do I give off those vibes? Edda's like, you're sending out pineapple vibes. Edda's like, might be your aura. I'll have to see you when I finally meet you. I'll let you know. Yes, they were trying it. And I stopped the conversation before. Oops, where'd it go? Before I went there, I'm going to need y'all to back up. Okay, that was YOLO. Event yours. Me and my bestie got approached, or should I say it was an attempt of recruitment by a married female couple to have relations with them. Oops. I lost it. They told us they weren't besties. If they were, they did each other. Ooh. Me and I was like, no studs. Laughing my butt off. Tanya here, hilarious. They want to make it a pretty Timmy moment too. Crazy. So I'm talking to this guy again. We're talking. And he's asking me, hey, so what cabins you staying at? I'm like, oh, okay. Again, it didn't click because I'm a little bit inebriated at the time. Didn't click. And I'm like, yeah. And there's like, hey, you solo? I'm like, yeah, I'm solo. Boom, boom. It's like, oh, I see you got your YouTube stuff. Yeah, I do YouTube and stuff. So okay. And then so he's talking. It's like, all right. Then he leans over and whispers, to his wife's ear. Right. And as he's whispering in her ear, she's looking at me as he's talking to her in her ear, looks at me and starts smiling. I was like, oh my gosh. They were an older Caucasian couple. So I'm like, oh, they're trying to recruit some chocolate for the night. I was like, oh, not going to happen. Not going to happen. So I just kept it like cool with old boy. We just talking, but it was not going to go there. Oh, welcome in. It's good enough. We had people put upside down pineapples on our cabin door. I didn't find it funny. We would remove them and come back, and there would be another one. Oh, yes, it happens. Oh my God, YOLO's like, you liked it? I was like, no, man. I just kept it fun. I just kept it cool. Hey, boom, 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 boom. But I knew what they were getting at because all of a sudden his wife, started not talking as much to her friend to her left, but was glancing and was interested in the conversation between her husband and I. We're talking about cruises and past cruises and stuff. And I could tell that's where they were trying to go. They didn't, be open with it. But I wasn't entertaining it. I wasn't going there. So, yes. So I've been hit on a couple of times by upside down pineapple people. See, now plantation role playing. Nope, we ain't doing that. Nope. And on the other girl was like, no, that's the way. That's what asked his wife. Yeah, no, I could tell they're like that. But I mean, I'm good. Didn't happen. But yes, it does happen. Again, there's a lot of us in this group that solo travel, so I'm sure it happens a lot. So also on this trip, which is crazy, again, we've had the medical emergency before we even left the ship. Oh, and then we had that one lady that got that text message that her husband was found deceased in the vehicle at work. We also had a cardiac arrest. I can't remember what day it was, day 4 or day 5. Cardiac arrest that happened in the cabin in which a passenger passed away. I'm like, what is going on in this on this cruise? I mean, people passing away, medical emergencies. I got Animal Kingdom next door, the crocodile hunter, all these noises. Ooh, I mean, dang. On day 5, there was a husband and wife that got detained in their cabin for a day. They went for being extremely intoxicated. They went crazy heavy. They went hard in the paint. When I say hard in the paint, they went hard in the paint at Mazatlan. They must have been at one of those all-inclusive resorts. They were drunk. He had to carry his wife over his shoulder back on board to the ship in Mazatlan. Yes, they went hard in the paint. Welcome in TJsDestinations Travels. Yes, you missed the pineapple story time. You got to go back and catch the replay on that. Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, so he had to carry it back on the ship over his shoulders. And they were both crazy intoxicated. So security they had a balcony cabin. So security had to remove the doorknob to their balcony so they wouldn't go outside, and possibly fall overboard or anything like that. So security removes them, and security sat outside their cabin door for a day while they recoup, from their intoxication. And I'm sure food was brought to them, but they could not exit their cabin for 24 hours until they sobered up. They were crazy and intoxicated. Have you guys, and you're cruising, have you guys seen anybody that intoxicated that security had to, confine them to their cabin quarters? Has anybody seen that? I have personally seen it. Before I get to that, it's time for another Shay. I need a little bit more. Drank. So we'll go back to that same cruise I did April of last year. That same cruise where that couple, the elder couple, was trying to hit on me for the upside down pineapple extravaganza or whatever. Same cruise. So, you know how everybody joins, or a lot of people join the Facebook groups for the cruises. You get the information, you get all kind of good stuff. On the Go Yolo said no, but I've seen them stumbling with the tequila balls in from the resort in hand, barely walking, almost falling in the water at port. Yeah, I've seen some craziness. So I met this lady. She was from another state. I'm not going to put no names or no states, nothing like that. She was on our Facebook group, right? She was a solo traveler. I was a solo traveler. She was in that Facebook group, solo travelers or whatever, right? Cool lady. So the first night, she's like, what are you doing for dinner? Nothing. So I'm like, hey, cool, let's go to dinner together. All right, because anytime dining, she had anytime dining. So, damn, this Shay's kicking in. Spin a little bit. So we go to dinner. Cool. She seems like a great person. All right, cool. She's like a great person. Cool. We hang out. Day 2. I see her early in the morning. She's like, hey, again, so C-Day, you going to do brunch? I'm like, yeah, let's go do brunch. So I'm like, okay, let's go do brunch. So I do brunch with her. She has some drinks, whatever, boom. Okay. She seemed cool. All right. We vibing, not vibing as in like vibing, but vibing as in we're adults. We're solo cruisers. We're just having fun. Good to hang out with somebody. You're not by yourself. Because this was her first time solo cruising, and I've been doing it for years, so it was good. This chat real quick before I continue on the story. Oh, Ben Yor said, No, but I personally almost lost my drink package privilege because I came back drunk from Grand Turk Port. I could see that happening. Of course, the next day I went to customer service to get my privileges back. I said, hey, TRT, let me catch you up. A couple have their own gangway in their room while TJ listened. Sound like Monday Night Raw. Oh, I'm sure they're Raw dogging it. Oh, did I say that? Oh, my gosh. People laying SmackDown and TJ recorded. Oh, okay. Yeah. We're gonna talk about that. Yes, Team of Travel definitely. Hashtag hit the replay. Glenn's, nope. Never want to be that intoxicated. That could land you upside down pineapple situation. It could because totally intoxicated, you could wind. Your judgment is not always the best. And so, yes, I want to keep mindful of the things about you're doing. So let's get back to the story. So now it's day 3 of this cruise. And so I'm hanging with that, core group of 5 or 6 people that we've been hanging since embarkation day. I'm hanging with that group. We're chilling, we're hanging out, hitting the bars up, Lido Deck in, Cupid Shuffle, doing that stuff. We're feeling good, right? So I get a text from this lady. She's like, hey, do you want to go to Deal or No? I can't remember. It was a show. I can't remember which one it was. I was like, sure. She's like, yeah, it's at, I'm going to say it was like 3:00. I was like, cool. I'll meet you there. So, all right. So now I'm in the casino. It's 2:00. Bam, 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 bam. And I'm on a win streak. Chains are hitting. I'm getting doubles. I'm getting spins. I'm getting boom, 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 boom. Right now, I'm up 800. I'm like, damn, I'm supposed to meet her at 3:00 at the show. I'm like, mob status. For you old school cats, you know what mob status means, right? I ain't gonna say it. You can type it, but I ain't gonna say it. It's mob status. I'm up 800 and I'm still going. And it's 10 minutes till I'll say 3. So it's mob status. So I text her, hey, you there yet? I didn't hear nothing. All right. Continue in playing. Boop, boop. I'm winning. I'm still thinking mob status. I'm winning. Now I'm up 900. That's 3:00. So, excuse me about that. It's 3:00. So I'm like, you there yet? I'm not hearing anything. So I'm like, cool. So I continue on playing the machines. Didn't go to the show, whatever it was. And so now it's late night. I'm kicking it with the crew at the Alchemy. I mean, we're closing down the Alchemy at least every night. We're closing out, going to the club. So it's about 8:30. We're at the Alchemy. We're feeling it. Me and my group, we're feeling it. We're drinking, we're high-fiving. Matter of fact, one of my homeboys, he went across to the sushi place, got a sushi boat, brought it back over to the Alchemy bar, and we're getting that grub on. That's just how we doing it, I get a text from old girl at 8:30. Hey, I'm locked in my cabin and security won't let me out. And they took the knob off my door to my balcony. I'm reading this text. I'm like, what the hell happened? So I show my crew that I'm with. They're like, what? And we're like, yeah. She's locked in a room, security outside. They took their doorknob and everything. And I'm like, what the hell happened? So, the crew, why do people text me right now? Hold on. Sorry about that. So the crew's like, yo, TJ, you got to go see what's going on. I'm like, I'm curious. I'm like, locked in the door, can't get out, doorknob gone. So I texted back, hey, can I go up to your room and talk to you, see what's going on? She's like, yeah. So crew's like, we want the 411. And so I go up there. Security guy's gone. Knock on the door, right? So lets me in. She got like a gang of food in there, right? I don't know if she ordered it or if Carnival gave it to her, whatever. But she got a gang of food. And she's eating everything. So what happened? And I could smell the alcohol as soon as I walked into the cabin. I could smell the alcohol coming from her breath and her pores of her skin. I could smell it. And she's still intoxicated. So I'm like, what happened? She's like, I don't know what happened. You know, I was asleep and then I woke up and there were 3 security people here. 2 dudes and a female. And one dude was taking off the doorknob to my balcony and had the other female security guard and the male security guard right there standing over my bed. I'm like, I don't know what happened. Of course, I know intoxicated people, they get blackouts and they don't remember nothing. So I'm like, so what happened? Well, they said that I was being loud and crazy. I'm like, so I went, and talked to my neighbors, left and right. And, they didn't say I was being loud and, crazy in the room. So I don't know why they were here. Again, still not making sense, but I know she's intoxicated, been drinking and all that stuff. And so when the security was here, I called my son because I felt scared. So I called my son so my son could hear. And so I was explaining, to security that, I only had a couple of drinks. And security's like, no, you didn't. You had more than a couple. But I'm like, no, I got a printout here. I only had like 6 drinks. And no, I didn't have too many. I only had 6 drinks and this and that. And they said I was being loud and rude, but my cabin people next door said they weren't. So they said, I'm confined here for the day or for the rest of the night. And my drinking privileges, because she had the drink package, my drink package has been suspended. I can no longer drink on this ship. Anywhere. I can only get waters and sodas. No more alcohol. I'm like, she must have did the most. And so it's like, yeah, my son was trying to talk security. I'm like, but I've told her, your son has nothing to do with it. You can tell your son all you want. Carnival's in charge here. And so I'm like, this is wild. I'm like, all right. I'm like, I ain't trying to be a part of this. I ain't catching no case for just sitting here hanging out charges. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, hey, cool. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, whatever, right? I'll catch you guys out there, whatever. So I left. I went back to the Acme bar and told my group. So I'm like, let me check the Facebook group for this cruise. So I logged on and I checked the Facebook group and bam, there it was. There was like, hey, did anybody see this crazy lady running around on the Lido deck, yelling and screaming and acting a fool? Security had to take her and grab her and they drug her somewhere. I'm like, oh, that's her. That's her. Oh, that's that girl. That's that girl. I was like, oh my gosh. But she's saying she only had 6 drinks. Well, when you have 6 drinks within like a 2-hour span and you're on medication and a couple of those drinks were shots, it'll do it to you. Yes. So apparently she just went on one, blackout drunk, running around, screaming, acting a fool. And security had to grab her and put her in the room. I'm like, damn, that's just I'm like, that's crazy. That's just nuts. So here we go. Now it's the next day. I'm on the Lido deck chilling, doing, social media stuff. You know how we do it. And she walks by. So I'm like, hey, how you doing today? Oh, I'm doing all right. She's like, well, I went by customer service to see if I can get, some, my drink package. And they said, no. The manager, supervisor, I was like, no, because she was flagged. No more alcohol for you the entire cruise. So she was mad. And I could tell without asking me if I could buy her a drink. That's not happening. Nope. Keep on pushing. So yeah, I didn't hang out with her the rest of the cruise, myself or the crew. Like, she's toxic. She is toxic. But yes, that was a crazy cruise. Have you guys seen or known of anybody that has happened to, where security confined you to your room for a day or two, or have taken your doorknob off your balcony so you can't go outside? Has anybody seen anything like that? That's just crazy. I've just been on some crazy cruises. That's just some crazy stuff. But as they say, Facebook group knows everything, man. You know how it is. Something happens. Oh, they're posting on that Facebook group, that Facebook group for that cruise. Oh, this happened. Boom. Oh, they're going to put you on blast. Yes, they're going to put you on blast. And they definitely put her on blast. So when the person that made that comment on the Facebook group, like, hey, did you see that crazy lady, whatever, she chimed in on it. She commented, well, you never know what someone's going through in their life or anything like that. You shouldn't be judgmental and that. Nah, lady, you're acting a fool. You're acting a fool. And F around and find out. Welcome in, Coca Culture. Welcome in, Coca Culture. You definitely have to go in and catch the replay and find out about the upside down pineapple people. Definitely catch the replay. But yes, crazy stuff happens on these cruises. Now, it is cruise season, everybody. Travel season. Kids are graduating high school. Kids are getting out of school. These cruise ships, these all-inclusive resorts, they are going to be full of people. These college kids are going to be out there in force. Everybody's going to be out there cruising, hitting the resorts, hitting these bars up. Yeah, they're going to be going hard in the paint on that. So be careful. Watch your surroundings. And next time, I should have recorded what was going on at Animal Kingdom next door. I should have, but I was like, I didn't. But yes. So also, here's something new. Newsflash, some of you know, some of you don't. This November, this guy right here, Mr. Damn, I forgot I was reversing the camera. TJsDestinations. I am going on the MSC Seascape out of Galveston, Texas in November. I am stepping out of Carnival. I've stepped out of Carnival before. I've been on the Norwegian Cruise Line. But my last, 13 have been on Carnival. But yes, I am going on the MSC Seascape out of Galveston, Texas. That multi-million-dollar cruise port that they built. I am going to be on that inaugural sailing from that cruise port in November this year. So that's going to be some great stuff right there. I've never cruised out of Galveston. a carnival, anything. So that's going to be good because I'll get a chance to see Galveston, the cruise port, and I'm going to be able to vlog the brand new cruise port and MSC. Never been on MSC. So I'm going to be doing a lot of boom, 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 boom. A lot of recording. I have a busy summer coming up for vlog content. I had told Meet and I and everybody last year at the Meet and I Awards and after Meet and I Awards that this year is my year and I'm going to hit them hard. Yes, I am coming hard this year with content. I am coming hard. I am doing 3 different cruises on 3 different cruise ships in a 4-week span. I am coming hard. Content. Bring it to you guys out there to show everybody. Once I start my content at the end of July, there's going to be a video dropping every Thursday at noon Pacific Standard Time all the way through the month of January. I have so much content coming for you guys. Oh my gosh, it is crazy. Let me catch up on this chat real quick. Hold on. This chat goes by quick. Tanya's killing with the Mad Libs. So very nice. Make sure you keep your camera ready for unexpected opportunities. Yes, I will. Event yours. So I got a lot of content coming. My next cruise. Hold on. I don't want to get these dates wrong, so I'm looking up my phone. My next cruise is at the end of July for the Meet and I 3. Meet and I 3 cruise out of Port Canaveral. Can someone in the mod in the chat drop a link to that Meet and I cruise 3? Oh my God, that is a group cruise. I can't wait because I've only met a couple of content creators that I watch and follow. On this cruise, I am going to be able to meet a bunch. We're going to Nassau and Celebration Key. Woo! Celebration Key. Oh my gosh, yes, I can't wait. Already have some things planned. I already know I'm spending 3 hours of nothing but recording content on Celebration Key. I'm hitting all 5 zones. I'm going to show you everything from up to the down, to the left, to the right, to the east, to the west. I'm going to show you everything on that Meet and I cruise on that Carnival Celebration Key. And then 2 weeks later, I'm going back. I'm jumping on the Carnival Mardi Gras for 7 days, getting off that ship, going to the other side of the port, and jumping on the Vista. Carnival Vista. Busy. A lot of content coming. A lot of stuff. So make sure to stay tuned. And especially in October when I do that 14-day Hawaiian cruise on the Carnival Radiance, that's going to be some content. That's going to be some videos you definitely want to see. Because I am jumping into a shark cage. Yes. Shark cage. Yes. I will not jump in a tank with flipper. I am not swimming with pigs. I won't sit there and have monkeys all over me and pee on me and poop on me. But I am jumping in a shark tank. I like sharks. I've seen them in aquariums. I see them on TV. I want to be face to face with Jaws. That's going to be some great content coming to you guys. Point Blank Travel, TJsDestinations Great Live. I have to roll out, but I'll be running on every device in my house. Got to get you monetized, bro. Salute, TJ. Love and blessing to the chat. Hey, thanks for coming in, Point Blank Travel. So yes, I got a lot of stuff coming. And yes, I am a former jarhead, Marine, devil dog. I like adventurous stuff. I like zip lining. Oh, I'm going to go zip lining in one of these places, Amber Cove, that I'm going to be going to this summer. Where am I going to go in the summer? Some of these spots I'm going to be hitting this summer. Nassau, Celebration Key, St. Thomas, St. Juan, Amber Cove, Grand Turk. What am I missing here? Oops, I skipped a month. I'll skip some stuff here. Oh, where am I going to be going? Yeah, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Yes, I like zipline. So yes, I'm going to be doing some adventurous stuff. So stay tuned. So yeah, I'm going to be doing some ziplining. You're going to see me out there doing that stuff. Crazy Marine stuff. That's what we do. Let's see in this chat. Event yours. I need a speakeasy, TJ. Flying into LAX and sailing on the Firenze. Okay, I will try to get you that information. Event yours said UNC are crazy. Y'all in those high risk excursions. Hey, I like it. It's fun. Put me on a zip line anywhere. I've zip lined through the jungles. I'm doing all kind of stuff. Shay's Adventures, Shark Tank, go big or go home. Exactly. So the company I'm going through, they allow you to bring your GoPro. They also take pictures and videos for you. So I'm going to have 2 GoPros, one mounted on my head if I can, because I have my snorkel gear, and then I'm going to have one in my hand. And so what they do, you're on a boat. They take you out there to the ocean. You know, cage floats above water. So, you know, yeah, they could jump it. But anyway, and you go out there and you have your snorkel stuff on, you know, your mask and stuff, and you get into the shark cage, and then they chum the waters, and it brings the sharks to the cage. And you just record, take pictures. That's what I'm going to be doing. I said, I may need a ship model of the Radiance. It used to be Victory. Exactly. I've been on the Victory. Right here, I am like way behind. I have like 4 more of these I need to add. I was on the Victory in, when was I on the Victory? In 2002, I was on the Victory for a 7-night Western Caribbean. It was Cozumel, Grand Cayman, and Ocho Rios, Jamaica. Yola said, yeah, you saw I had it mounted in my hat. Yes. So I carry that GoPro everywhere. So yes, you have a lot of content coming to you this summer. Well, I'm going to end this this month's session of On the Lido Deck with TJ. Sorry that it was inside this time because it's windy, cold, and drizzling a little bit. But next month, definitely better weather. So the next month episode is going to be on June 21st. June 21st. So make sure you have your notifications on, and I may do some pop-up live. So make sure, you know, everybody like this video. Boom. Subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000, trying to get monetized. Again, I reached 500 today. So if I get to 5 more hundred by the end of the year, oh, that'll be great. Hey, when I get there, I get there. But I'm going to bring some great content to you. So again, keep your notifications on. I may be going live, different things. I may do a pop-up cruise somewhere or pop up somewhere. You never know where I'm going to show up. Oh, Ed said, yes, we did the Victory in 2017 for my 50th birthday. Event yours, hey, should have had the camera on recording audio for those upside down pineapple people. Yeah, I didn't, but I learned. But thank you for everybody for coming in here. Thank you for everybody who's been supporting me. Thank you for all you great content creators out there that have been helping me, guiding me, that I've been getting influence from, getting ideas from. Hey, it's all one big family. No one's hating on everybody. I want to see everybody grow in their content and all that good stuff. I can't wait for the Meet Night 3 cruise to meet people that I've been following. I'm so thankful to be here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time on the Lido Deck. I'm TJ. I'm out.